So, I just want to preface this with, we're eating popcorn again, as always.
As always.
And we talked about it, well, we didn't talk about it on the podcast last week. Or last 2 weeks. We're on our bi-weekly schedule, the best kind of weekly. We're still echoey. We're doing it in the back room. Because there's a tea time going, it's a whole thing. But we're eating popcorn. We talked about it after the podcast. Isaac eats the popcorn kernels.
Oh yeah, that's
You're
a thing.
freak.
That's a thing that exists. Okay, the unpopped kernels at the bottom of the bowl. You know, you've eaten most of the popcorn. You get down to the bottom. I'm sure this is going to happen today. You get down to the bottom, but you're still you're kind of hungry, and you've got those little popcorn kernels, and they're not like raw kernels. They've been cooked, so they're soft. You can bite into them easily. Have you ever tried to eat raw popcorn?
Yeah, no, I hate it.
It doesn't work.
It
No,
doesn't.
the unpopped popcorn isn't like that.
I don't.
You can eat it, and not gonna lie, it's kind of good.
You know, okay, I will try it on this podcast. I'll try it on the podcast. I'll try it live on the podcast. Before we do, well, we gotta do. Someday we are gonna do our 8-hour-long podcast.
Oh God!
We'll have multiple guests. That would be brilliant. We're gonna do that one day. But I will eat it on the podcast. I will eat a kernel and I'll give it a shot. But
it's good.
My teeth are strong. I got some strong teeth.
Yeah, I got strong teeth too.
But man, that's okay.
You gotta crunch it with the side back teeth.
Yeah, the moles. Yeah, I got you. I know what we're talking about.
Anyway, this is a bit movies. We are back.
A podcast, a bit about movies, but mostly other
things.
Mostly other stuff.
We are back.
We're back.
Recording bi-weekly now.
Bi-weekly. You should give yourselves a bit of a break because we get a bit of creative burnout, but also we're busy. I work 2 jobs. Isaac has a life.
Indeed. And also works 2 jobs.
Yeah, that too. But I wanted to paint you in a positive light.
Maybe it sounds like all you do is work.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much work in the podcast, and I skate. Work, podcast, skate. That's it.
He was a skater boy. For a fact, he still remains a skater boy.
And I haven't said see you later, boy, because we're recording. So
that's how we can end the podcast today.
See you later, boy. Perfect. That's perfect. But yeah, I did. I also found out. So as I was mentioning before, the station cat. So in Japan, there was a train station, and they had a station master named Tama, which was a cat, and everybody loved Tama so much that literally the amount of fares and people that came through rose 10%.
Because of the cat.
Because of the cat, it's a cat. They would come up and they would feed it treats, and it wore a little.
cat.
It wore a little outfit. It had a little costume. And then there was it passed away. Tama passed away, and it was a second cat. I can't remember what it was Nitama or something. I think it's Japanese for second Tama essentially.
Yeah.
Who was raised to be the next station cat, station master. But after Tama died, so they got raised to station something, and then they became a god. They became the patron saint of the station. They got named the patron saint of the station. There's a statue, and people go there to pay their respects. 3,000 people turned up to Tama's funeral. 3,000 people turned up to the funeral of the cat, which is amazing. And then they got Nitama, and Nitama is just another Tama. Nothing too special about Nitama. But then there was Sun Tama, I believe it was, which apparently is a pun on 3 Tamas, because it's I don't know, I don't get it. I don't speak Japanese. It was explained better in the post, but apparently it's a pun. If anybody speaks Japanese...
amazing puns you could do in Auslan and ASL. Sign language has got to have the best puns.
Okay, no. Sidetracking a bit, I did write down this joke. That was when I was on shift, I was teaching one of our co-workers the Auslan alphabet. And I said, do you think when deaf people can't breathe and they're wheezing, they just sign H? Just constantly signing H for a wheeze.
I bet we do an episode entirely in Auslan.
That was the thing. I was gonna. We can talk about it on the podcast before I get back on my cat bit. What were you thinking about maybe video podcasts? For the YouTube, we do it in so they can see us and we can do things. And and if we get Macaulay Culkin on the podcast, we want proof physically.
Lachlan is determined to get Macaulay Culkin on the podcast.
That is all I care about. Out of any guest, if they were like, you can have Macaulay Culkin or everybody else, it's Macaulay Culkin. I would sacrifice having any other guest.
You would literally kill every other person on the planet
just so Macaulay Culkin had to do a podcast with us. We're like, well, you're the only one left alive. What else have you got to lose? So yeah, no. If I had a choice, it would be Macaulay Culkin all the way. And if we get him on the podcast, we need evidence, so we're going to do...
We'll record our Macaulay Culkin episode. I'm sure that'll be like episode 100 or so.
And more next time, if I email him and he gets back to us and he wants to do it.
I love your optimism.
He seems like the kind of guy
who would
do it. I love Macaulay Culkin. He's a very lovely lad. Mac, his friends call him Mac. I don't think we're not on that level yet, so we're still going to call him Macaulay.
No, you got to do the whole... Macaulay. Oh, is it good if I call you Mac?
Yeah, exactly. When we'll be like, can I call you Mac? And he'll be like, yeah, of course, because he goes by Mac on like all his social media. His what's his Instagram? It's like it's like Incredible Mulk or something like that, which is my favorite thing. But yeah, Mac seems like the lovely kind of guy who would do it just for shits and gigs because we have like 20 listeners, which is 20 more, 19 more than 18 more because there's us two. That I thought we would have.
Well, do you count yourself as a listener?
I have to listen back to the podcast before I upload it to make sure the audio is fine. So
I don't have to. I still have
to
listen
19,
to a single episode.
19 more than I thought.
19 more than you thought.
Yes, because I have to listen back to the audio. Except last time, I was pushed for time to do it, so I kind of just glazed through and was like, yeah, this sounds fine.
Right. If there were massive audio errors or like satanic messaging in between that we missed, sorry about that.
Yeah. No, so that's the thing. I've talked to people about it. I haven't talked to anybody who's listened to the third episode yet. Everybody's been like, because we've had a lot of new listeners pump up recently. A lot of people, since we've been getting onto other platforms, actually we've had a decent, what I think for us is a decent
I'm
jump.
Genuinely surprised.
Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised. Wait, did you say ungenuinely or I'm?
I am.
Oh, I am, because I thought you said ungenuinely. I was like, no, it's very genuine. Yes, I'm genuinely surprised. So if you have listened to the third one, let me know. I think a couple of people have, but they haven't told me it's the best episode yet. And basically, I skimmed through and I just went, this is fine. So Macaulay Culkin, please come on the podcast. We would love to have you. I really want to have you. I'm going to talk about you later today because you're part of the Bit Movies bit, just as a heads up.
He's got a Bit Movies bit.
All my Bit Movies bits are now going to be about Macaulay Culkin.
I think we should rename it Bit Macaulay Culkin.
And
we talk a bit about
Macaulay Culkin. Yeah. We talk a bit about Macaulay Culkin, but mostly other stuff until we become an only Macaulay Culkin podcast. Yeah.
Anyway, going back to what we were talking about before.
Tama, yeah. So there's Tama. Now, fun fact. Tama, so they're training up all these little, proteges, so when the next Tama passes away, because cats don't have about 15 years roughly is most, like, a good cat lifespan. Some of them pass away early, but a good lifespan for a cat, 15 years. And Tama was trained up at another station. That station loved her so much that they refused to give her back. And they said, this is my child, I'm not giving it back. So Tama is now the station master at that station, and they all the people love Tama there. And then there's the new, the fourth one, which I can't remember, there's something Tama. And that's now the fourth one being trained up. So literally, the drama because of the third one is just that they were too loved at the other station, which is amazing. So they've got like a shrine and everything. And then I was telling my friend about this, and he told me apparently back in like the late 1800s, there was a guy who worked at a train station who was missing an arm. So they hired him like a helper monkey, and the helper monkey apparently got so good at running the station,
it could do it itself.
It just did it himself. Yeah, and it was just apparently a monkey. Chimpanzee, I think. It would have been a chimpanzee. Yeah, they're strong enough to pull the handles. Especially back in 1880, it wasn't like buttons. It was, there was steam and things like that, steam and shit. So apparently, there was a chimpanzee that.
I know there was also in America a cat that was a mayor of a town up until like 2017. I think.
Yeah.
I like the idea of animals in positions of power. It's also like. They kind of just do nothing, like
most people in positions of power.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like most our governments.
I'm sure that I think there's a dog as well as a mayor.
I think that I don't know if that one was true or meme because I've seen all the memes about it. It's like dog runs for mayor or something like that, and I never knew if it was true. But I'm pretty sure the cat one was technically true. Which reminds me of that Looney Tunes bit where it's Yosemite Sam and Bugs Bunny fighting to become like mayor of the town, and they just go at it so much that in the end they literally elect a mayor, like a horse, to be mayor. So there's that. But you said you had some thoughts.
I had some thoughts. I wrote down some thoughts, not necessarily for the podcast, but it's just occurred to me that they are the type of thoughts that we talk about.
That we would talk about on the podcast.
Because we kind of had the food thoughts on the podcast.
Oh yeah, how was the? Let us know how the ASMR of last podcast was with the popcorn. We'll do it again if you want.
Anyway, here are some thoughts. Does the not in do not stop apply to do or to stop? So, okay, let's say you were to break do not stop into two sections.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm
getting where you're leading.
Yeah. You have a yes or no and then an action. Is it do not stop or is it do not stop? I like the idea of do not stop. And I think we should make not stop a word.
So as in so instead of do this, not stop is the this.
Yeah. Yeah,
I get that,
say
okay.
Do not stop.
Instead of stop. So instead of do stop, it's do not stop. It's like when you can't remember what the opposite of it is, so you say not that.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think that's better, as opposed to do not stop. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be told not to do things. I want to be told to do things. I want to be told
to do not things.
Not things.
Broke, do not stop. Woke, do not stop. Exactly.
Do not stop.
So you have it here, folks. It is now do not stop. So do, as in go do that, and you're doing a not stop.
Look at these kernels.
We still got a lot of popcorn. Well, not a lot of popcorn for we'll bust through that instantly. Oh, okay. He just bit that.
Maybe we can do some ASMR of eating
seeds. I will eat it right at the mic. I will eat it.
Mouth sounds with popcorn. Truly the worst mouth sounds.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that shit there's a lot going on. There's crunch, there's smack, there's glorp. Yeah.
Yeah, an accurate noise. It's weird how mouth ASMR is so prevalent, and yet, have you ever sat next to someone eating loudly? It's the worst.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm also not gonna go in public and want somebody to fucking tap the side of my head and scrunch their chip packet next to me there. Actually, it's pretty nice.
Maybe you do. I'm currently tapping the side.
If we had a video podcast, people would be able to see that. But that's the thing. Where. See, I'm expecting it. I want it. We're in private. There's a difference. But I listen to ASMR sometimes. I need music to get to sleep. I need sound. I need sound to get to sleep.
Yeah,
so I listen to
tinnitus. So I need a fan on. Otherwise, it's just constant ringing.
I thankfully don't have tinnitus, but I listen to a rain sounds app, and then I have a sleep playlist over the top of that, and it's called Creepy Sleepy because it's a bunch of creepy songs that I think most people would not be able to sleep with that shit in their ear, but I love it. So I play that, and I can get to sleep without noise. It just is a lot faster.
I love the aesthetic of mid-century songs playing in another room while it's raining for 10 hours. You know those videos?
Mid-century songs,
those videos.
Do you mean medieval mid-century, or
no? As in 40s and 50s.
40s and 50s. Oh, so you're
like Frank Sinatra.
Yeah,
in another room.
In another room, so it's a bit dull, raining. I get that.
That for 10 hours. Honestly, I could listen to that forever.
I prefer mid-century songs, but it's from the 1450s. And
the best decade for songs.
The best decade for songs, and there's a little minstrel going on because they didn't record it. I hire a minstrel to sit in another room and play songs. I hire a bard, and then I go to sleep with the rain pitter-pattering down. That's what I like.
The audio glitched here, so I just thought I'd do my own little ASMR bit to fit into this place. We were just talking a bit about ASMR, so here's some more ASMR. Enjoy the rest of the podcast.
I like ones with no talking. I don't want your voice. I want the sounds. I don't need audio. A lot of my creepy sleepy songs have lyrics, but But honestly, if they didn't have lyrics, I could deal with that as well, because there's one that just has this constant drone, and it's like, and a beat, and it's so good. Always start with that one. But I've done one that's like ASMR ear licking that goes for like an hour.
ASMR ear licking.
Sometimes it's too much. Sometimes like there's too much noise. But other times
do you
I'm like,
wear headphones?
Yeah,
so it sounds
got
like
no,
someone is licking your ear.
I can't. I don't do ASMR without headphones because it doesn't give the right. Yeah, it doesn't do the right thing. So I have to have some form of headphones, but I can't find my old corded ones, and I don't want to wear my Bluetooth ones because they're a bit awkward to sleep with if I turn on my side, and then I've got big over ear ones, which I'm like,
if you want,
I won't have.
If you want, I can just lick your ears for like an hour every time you want to go to sleep.
Hey babe, can you come on over? I'm trying to go to sleep and I need my ears.
I need my ears licked before I go to sleep.
Babe,
make sure you have lots of smacking noises.
Little smacking like that. Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, my favorite, because I got, not like into it, but I got my first experience, it's everywhere, so that one that went around Tumblr, the haircut, where it's like, hey Luigi, welcome to my, like, the hairdresser. It's like an Italian hairdresser. And there's like a guitar in the background. It was like, pretty sure it was most people's first introduction to ASMR, because it talks about like, how you can discern where noises are coming from by your ear, and does like clicking and stuff. It's really awesome. And there's just that razor sound they get in your ear. I can't find like any good ASMR haircut video. If anybody listening, if you can find any good no talking ASMR haircut videos with like the clippers and the buzzing sound, hit me up, because I live for that shit. I love
Why not just
the sound of haircuts.
Next time you have a haircut, just
record. Yeah, have a sneaky mic,
and then you can just listen back to it.
No, because I go to a hairdresser owned by an Italian woman. Love her, Jules. I know you're not listening. But if you are, that's insane, and thank you. She's an Italian woman. She's a talkative Italian woman. And I don't get my hair cut by her. I get cut by Miriam, who's a lovely, quiet Asian lady, and she's very good. She cut my hair recently. But she's pretty quiet, and sometimes you just don't talk. But everybody else is talking, and there's an Italian lady running. It's too much. I don't need the whole atmosphere of an Italian hairdresser. It's too much for every day. I love them though.
Stressful ASMR. I'm sure it exists.
Oh, stress? Yeah. Well, there was one that my friend sent me. I love it. This just came up. This wasn't even one of the topics I had. It just popped up because I'm like, oh yeah, let me rattle off my ASMR basic knowledge. My friend has an ASMR channel, which I haven't listened to. I'm really sorry, Lauren. I need to listen to it.
How do you know what if she has haircutting videos?
Oh, damn.
You gotta listen
I
to
gotta check. But there was one that she sent me, and it was like, I beat you up ASMR, and it was a parody, but it was like 2 minutes long of this guy just like punching a camera, and then he gets like a carrot out and starts like
a carrot.
And like, it was insane. It was so good. It's like, I beat you to sleep. It says like, I beat you to sleep. So he's just beating you up as you fall asleep. Oh, that's my kind of shit. I feel like we could do an ASMR episode once.
I'm opposed to it, but I'll still do it
because
it'll be funny.
Yeah, for the comedy. I'm opposed to so many things, but I'll do them for the bit.
For the bit movies?
For the bit movies. Oh.
Talking about bit movies, I do believe you had a bit
I have a bit movies bit. Okay, so at work we have a big TV, and technically I'm not supposed to do this, but we have Netflix on it. And we just put it out. It's always a kids movie because we've got to keep it chill. Except that they put Suicide Squad on the other day, but that's besides that point. So we've been watching kids movies. Now I've got 2 movies I want to talk about: Richie Rich. Sorry, Macaulay Culkin. And
this is a Macaulay Culkin podcast.
This is a Macaulay Culkin podcast. And Wallace and Gromit: Curse the Were-Rabbit.
Brilliant film.
Brilliant film.
Wallace and Gromit, brilliant.
Brilliant. Hot take: those 2 movies, regardless of any plot inconsistencies or whatever, 2 perfect movies. Mm-hmm. They are just solid family fun. You enjoy the entire thing. There is not a moment in either of those movies where I've ever been bored or lost my attention. 2 perfect fun movies. First of all, for Richie Rich, because it's Macaulay Culkin in it. But also,
it was his last movie as a child actor, right?
Was it?
I think so.
I wouldn't be surprised. He seemed about that. Yeah, that was the. He's starting to get a bit older there. That would make sense. And so, oh god, now I'm just remembering My Girl. Oh god, tears. Have you seen My Girl?
No.
Oh, I'll have to show it to you. It's a very good movie. Macaulay Culkin's in it.
Ooh.
And I'm not going to spoil
Macaulay
anything.
Culkin movie marathon?
Macaulay Culkin movie marathon?
How many films has it been in?
That's some alliteration there. Macaulay Culkin movie marathon. Oh, which reminds me. Got to rattle off some band names later. But Richie Rich. Do you want me to explain to you what happens in Richie Rich?
Yeah, I have
Isaac's
not seen it. Before we recorded, I was reading up on the plot on Wikipedia, so I vaguely know what happens.
I'm going to give a quick overview because it's only a bit movies bit. I'm going to do a bit of movies, and I got to talk about Curse the Were-Rabbit as well. Long story short, Richie Rich is born into extreme wealth, like the lucky white motherfucker he is. But his parents are very lovely, and he's actually a very lovely kid. You know, his family donates to a lot of charities and things like that. Hey, save some kernels for me, bud. And basically, I'm gonna take some then just to be safe because I'm gonna take three kernels. I will try three.
We are down to the bottom of the bowl, so it's just kernels. Hang on, wait, no, try this one. If you don't like kernels, that's the type.
You know, okay, I'm gonna do it now.
He's doing it.
We're doing it now. Getting it out of the way. Right up to the mic. Okay, not that hard.
Exactly.
Let's try another one. Okay. Oh, a bit harder. Bit movies. Okay.
Yeah. Opinions?
Regular popcorn's way fucking better. Holy shit, like, I wouldn't do this on a regular basis.
I'm just hungry, man.
That's
I'm just always hungry.
And it's like flaky and like a bit burnt tasting. Like as if they'd been overcooked somehow, yet they're not cooked at all. They're the unpopped kernels, so it tastes like a bit burnt and really flaky. I need to drink this down. Oh, like, it's fine, but like, no.
But look, it's just sitting here waiting to be eaten.
Waiting to be chucked in the bin or repopped. Actually, you're not actually supposed to apparently repop these after.
You can't pop them because they're cooked now.
Cowards.
You can eat them though.
I can, but I won't.
See, the problem is I know everyone's going to be on your side.
Oh, of course they are.
Is everyone listening? I'm sure you all have some weird
Wait,
shit.
no. Don't say it. Now, the people who listen are friends with me and they hate me, so they're going to tell you your side out of spite. Sam, if you pick Isaac's side, I swear to God, you're not coming on the podcast. Anyway, Richie Rich.
Wow!
That's, yeah. Hey, I have the... This is 50% my podcast. I'm going to argue 60 because I do all the editing.
He does the editing.
Hey, I do the editing and pay for the server. So, Sam, if you agree with Isaac, you're not allowed on the podcast. Wow, those levels just went up because we're yelling and it's echoey.
Angry!
Angry!
This is a fighting podcast
This is a Macaulay Culkin fighting podcast. Well, we dress up as Macaulay Culkin and fight. Not about Macaulay Culkin, we just look like Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
If you've never met us, we both look exactly like Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, it's true. Holy shit, I've never actually noticed being right.
We both look like clones
That's
of Macaulay
why
Culkin.
people always ask if we're siblings, because we both look like Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. Oh, fun fact: Rory Culkin, who plays Macaulay Culkin's brother. Rory Culkin, who is Macaulay Culkin's brother, played young. Which I thought it was, played young Richie Rich in Richie Rich. There's a scene where you see him growing up, and one of the Richie Riches is Rory Culkin, which I thought it was, and I checked it and I was right.
When you think about it, we're all playing roles.
When you think about it, we're all Macaulay Culkin.
So deep.
We're all Macaulay Culkin. So
anyway,
Richie Rich, he's very lovely. His family contributes to charities and stuff. And he's missing friends. His parents go on a little plane ride. They're like, we're going to go away, and then they got a trip, and one of their like people on the board who they work with tries to kill them, puts a bomb on the plane.
I love it. I love to see it.
And his dad has
listeners, if you're out there and you get the opportunity to bomb a rich person on a plane, take it.
He was a full-on rapist. Yeah, a full-on rapist. Kids, the elderly, all that kind of stuff. All of them. He was a philanthropist. So he was actually pretty cool. He was a cool rich person, which is shocking.
I'm doubtful.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't seen the movie, so I can't.
Like I said, they gave to charity and stuff. They also have their own Mount Rushmore. Anyway, I'll get to that.
But
it wasn't. I don't. As far as I know, it wasn't on sacred Native American grounds. Fun fact, guys. Mount Rushmore actually belongs to Native Americans, a specific tribe. I can't remember exactly which one. And if you disagree, you're entirely wrong. Simple as that. We're getting a bit political here. Actually, not political. It's just human rights. And their land was taken from them. So get fucked, America. Happy Independence Day.
Yeah, it was Independence Day.
It was Independence Day 6 days ago. 5 years ago in America. So if you're an American listener, Ruth, I know you're listening to this. I know you're cool enough to agree with me. So anyway,
please bomb Mount Rushmore.
Bomb Mount Rushmore. Let's let the Native Americans do what they let's let that tribe do what they want to do. Maybe let's not destroy their.
Good idea.
Maybe we as white people should shut up and should not. Anyway, so
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin would agree with us. So basically, they're on the plane. The plane blows up and they spy, but Richie doesn't know where his family are. So what the plan was, this guy wanted to take over the company essentially, and he wants to be a little capitalist pig. And so Richie then starts taking over the company with his help, Cadbury, his butler. And basically Cadbury is helping him because since Richie's not 18, he can't run the company. So Cadbury kind of does it for him while he does makes all the decisions. He's a very smart kid.
He's like the child kings or
yeah. Well, because his entire life he's been raised through business school and stuff. So he knows all about that stuff. But he's like I said, a cool kid, and he meets friends. So he has he befriends a bunch of inner city kids and everything who play baseball because he likes baseball, and they all become friends. But then Cadbury gets framed for blowing up the plane, and put in jail by the bad guy, and basically Richie breaks him out. His parents make their way back to America, and in the end, they have their own Mount Rushmore with their faces. It's called Mount Richmore, which is kind of funny, but because it's a pun. And basically, long story short, because he wants to get into their treasure room and everything. He's like, "There's all our greatest gifts," and it's all a bunch of old trophies and family heirlooms, and it's just their greatest treasures personally, which shows they're good rich people because they have more. It's they have nice things instead of money. It's a bit propagandary, and then
just a bit.
Yeah, and then Richie Rich gets shot,
by
the bad guy, the guy who wants to take over the company. But fun fact. He's wearing this spray-on bulletproof vest because there's a scientist in there that makes all these inventions. I forgot to mention, there's a scientist. It's a Doc and Marty situation. You've got this weird scientist who's best friends with this kid, and they don't explain it at all, and he makes all these inventions, and he gets sprayed on this bulletproof vest stuff, and he's like, cool! And then they fight on Mount Richmore, and they almost fall off, and they beat him up. And they've got a laser that's cutting it out, and this guy firing a laser at them, and then they beat him in the end, and in the end Richie plays a baseball game and wins, and the bad guy's working on the thing. Now, onto Curse of the Were Rabbit. We're just getting straight into it. Fantastic movie. Again, same thing. My attention has never disappeared the entire time. Took 5-6 years to make. Originally, so the original Wallace and Gromit, the Trip to the Moon one. An
iconic film.
Yeah, A Grand Day Out. That was going to be so much longer. There was going to be a bunch of different aliens and stuff like that. But the guy, I can't remember the creator's name, but at the time, he didn't have he was out working and everything. He didn't have time. If he added on the amount of extra time he would have he wanted, it would take him 8 years or something like that.
His name's Nick Park.
Nick Park, that's it. Brilliant guy. So just honestly, the amount of effort that got put into that movie and just plot, overall, it's just solid Wallace and Gromit content.
Have you seen the Shaun the Sheep movie?
No, I want to.
Phenomenal.
I know that everyone said that because it's the one I haven't watched. I watched Early Man. Oh, actually, there's that new what's that Sasquatch movie called? Link or Missing. There's the Missing Link one.
Is that by? Yeah, I think that
it's
is by.
Yeah, it's by them. Same style, and it looks.
They got the pirate one.
Yes. There's a ton of ones I haven't seen apparently. I just think what they've got.
Claymation. Good.
Claymation? The devil's work, but in a good way. There's no way.
I don't want to be doing claymation,
but I respect those.
I would like to look at it from a distance and not be involved because it's so impressive and it takes so much effort.
So in was it year 9 or year 8? Basically, so in year 9 or year 8, we had to do a claymation project for school. And we did it, we were in a group, and it was called Dora's Final Adventure. Long story short, actually, well, not long story short, we're going to make it long. basically, we did this. This is actually. This is a bit movie. There's a little bit out. It's a short film for school, so I think this is out of bit movies time.
Yeah.
So we've used up our bit movies time. What it was Dora the Explorer, and we did a claymation. Our friend's laptop got stolen and it was all on.
Oh no.
And then we had to redo it all, but they wouldn't give us any consideration. They were like, oh, well, they literally were like, well, you should have like had a backup and thought of that. I'm like, I'm sorry, we should have thought that our laptop was going to get stolen from our house. Like, his house, it got taken from his house. Apparently it was a family friend, like, as they said, like, there was no break-in, so it was somebody they knew. But it's like, yeah, they were like, yeah, we should have planned for every eventuality of getting robbed. And so they gave us no extra consideration. We had to rush the final project. It was going to be shit anyway. The whole plot was Dora goes on an adventure with Boots and everything, except, like, she goes to a zoo and the animals like kill her and Boots.
Oh shit!
And it's on YouTube. If you look up Dora's Final Adventure, because we were like, oh yeah, we can make claymation. We'll make some more of these. It'll be great. And we didn't because that was a dumb idea.
How
we
long?
Made a channel.
How long is it?
Oh, it's a couple minutes. Like it's a couple minutes. It's a solid like production or voice acted by us. And like there's parts where because we couldn't get him to stand up because it was just being made like in our class. So there's parts where you see bits of Lego behind there, like really big bits that you can't miss of Lego holding them up.
Beautiful.
So it's really poor, but like then we had like I think I brought in my fake blood, and so we had like Boots' head explode because they had a gun. Like there was Swiper and everything. Oh, it was insane. I want to watch it. I want to watch it again. I'm going to show you.
We should watch it.
I'm going to find it.
It can be our Bit Movies bit. Listeners, you must watch this film, and then we will do a frame by frame analysis with director's commentary.
I think maybe I could get some of the other cast members.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah. No, we should watch it, and we'll do a director's commentary or a director's like not watching commentary, but like we'll comment on it after.
Comment on it. Yeah, I did a stop motion Lego animation in like year 5.
So this is so much easier because you don't have to deal with clay.
And it won. I think I won $170 in total.
God damn.
Because it was like for some fucking random competition our school was doing, and then it was like a state one and like there was a regional and then like a state one.
Yeah.
And I ended up winning all of them for animated. Like it was a shitty like stop motion Lego film about World War One, I think, but it won me a bunch of money. So
what is it
like,
with kids in year 5 being obsessed with like?
Well, it was about like I think the competition was called like Australian like country or some shit, and it was for like
a country
Anzac Day or something.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And it was like make some propaganda for Australia children. Yeah. And so I did.
Yeah, because war's good. Remember, kids, war is good. That $170 in year 5.
It was so much. Money.
Yeah. You would have that would have gotten you to the canteen for like a week. But yeah, you would have been. That's as soon as this is the thing as a kid, you never saved money. As soon as you found spare change, you were at the fucking canteen. Like I was like, oh, I will invest these in my dividends. I'll put this in my no. I was going straight to the fucking. That was sun fruits in my pocket.
We had these things called frozen fruit cups.
Yes,
you had.
Oh,
This one time, we pulled all our money, bought $30 of them, which is 60 because they were 50 cents. Yeah. And then we went around the school giving them out, and we were like Robin Hood. We had this big black garbage bag full of frozen fruit cups, and we're just handing them out. And we're like, "Hey guys, do you want apple or orange or like fucking?"
That was it, wasn't it? I think
it was like a tropical juice one.
Oh yeah, no, those tropical.
Yeah, and we're just handing them out. We had so many.
Because did they give you just a paddle pop stick to eat it?
Yeah, it was never enough.
It was never, no, because you would always break the paddle pop stick and wear it down and you would get like flat edges. That was my favourite thing. Also, I don't think you understand the concept of Robin Hood because he stole from the rich. You bought from the rich. You're a consumer.
I don't know where we got that money from.
Yeah, you stole, but then you gave it back. Yeah. To the rich. Yeah. So you're a worse Robin Hood. You're a consumer.
I was like 10,
okay.
Okay, this memory, I felt cool, so shut the fuck up. Frozen fruit cups were literally just juice, but you make it hard so the kids can't eat it.
And then you dirty talk the juice?
No.
Yeah, you fuck. I'll squeeze you, little.
Literally, you just make it difficult to eat, and then the kids just sit there
Yes,
spending
they get
like half an hour trying to eat
So
it.
they waste their lunch trying to eat this frozen.
That way they're not being chaotic. They're just
Exactly.
trying to eat a bit of juice.
Because they're not gonna leave it. They're not gonna be like, I'll put the cup down. They're like, I'm gonna. Because they're not like they spent 50 fucking cents on it. That was
50 cents,
that was
Jesus.
big at the time.
Christ.
That was big at the time, and you would go, no, I'm not gonna put this frozen fruit cup down because somebody's gonna take it, or I'm gonna knock it over, or something.
God, when you knock it over and it gets dirt on the ice.
Yes, and you're like, well, fuck. But they would always give you a paddle pop stick, and it would even be like thick ones, the very thin ones. And you would just get a flat. You would keep having to flick it around.
What was your strategy for eating? I'd always pop it out and put it upside down, so it was like domed upwards.
See, if I could do that, because also a lot of the time, depending on how long they were frozen, sometimes it would freeze with an air pocket in there, so you could bust it open and you would get a bit more like stuff. I was never like.
Were you a hole driller?
It all varied, but most of the time. So the tactic was to start with. I haven't had them in so long. I need to do it to test. I need to like rejog my memory. But I would get the paddle pop stick and I would scrape some off and I'd start like eating that. And then I would do the hole. And then I'd just keep, you would start chipping at the hole. You would work your way out. You would make it bigger and you'd chip it out. And then you would start to chip more so you could like scoop it in. And then it would get to the point where you're holding it with your hands. So it's melting. You've got heat from your hands. And you can start drinking. You're like eating and drinking. Oh, can we get some frozen fruit cups next time?
Frozen fruit cups for next time.
I remember the first time. Because
where do you even buy frozen fruit cups?
I feel like they
I've
were
had them in a hospital.
Yeah, okay, so that's the thing, right?
They're just hospital.
I went to the hospital when I was younger, and this was my first interaction with frozen fruit cups without being frozen. And for some reason that blew my mind.
Just fruit cups.
It's just fruit. It's just fruit juice. It's just juice, but in a small for hospitals and stuff. It makes sense. It makes total sense. But as a kid, I was like, why isn't this frozen? I couldn't grasp the concept of them being unfrozen and a regular thing. I was like, but these are frozen fruit cups. That's what they call it. You can only get them frozen. We should.
It'd be like drinking a Zupa Duper. Why would you do that? No, it's got to be frozen.
That sounds disgusting. Oh no, you drink the Zupa Duper when it gets to the end and it's starting to melt in your hair, but you never like do that. Did you ever have those jelly sticks?
I'm aware of them. I never had them, but like I saw them from a distance and they were the coolest shit ever.
You can buy them like in stock from like supermarkets and stuff. I think I don't know if they still sell them, but like you could. Thinking about them now as an adult, because like the amount of sugar I used to have as a kid, holy crap! And like now I still have sugar, but like a lot less. They're so sickeningly sweet. I'm remembering the flavors now, and I'm like, I used to down like 8 of those in like 30 seconds. Because you could just go and you'd suck it out. You'd just be done. I could not do that now. That's insane.
I've googled frozen fruit cups and I simply can't find
the one
anything on them.
No, because so it's by Berry. I think is the brand. Like there is the brand who does it. We're just doing a quick Google. We're gonna try to find frozen fruit cups, and then we'll get some. I can get some because it all depends. I think we should both get some in case we have to do a Zoom one next time, so we can both have them. I think it's Berry fruit cups, fruit juice, fruit cups.
Do we have to like buy them in bulk? Like
that's what I'm worried.
Maybe we can just have a fruit cup party with like a shit ton of frozen fruit.
Okay, guys, if you are having a party, make sure it's with only max 20 people because of COVID, but get some frozen fruit cups. Chuck them in the freezer.
That'd be alcoholic frozen fruit cups could be a thing that could exist.
That is valid. I don't drink, so I don't give a shit. But yeah, are you pulp or no pulp?
I know the orange ones I think had pulp, which made it easy to scrape. The no pulp ones just freeze into a block of ice, whereas the pulp ones give you something to like scratch.
I said in general, are you pulp or no pulp?
In general,
for a drink.
Double pulp.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you'd be a double pulp person.
Double pulp.
Oh yes.
I have had this argument many times with housemates because my sibling and I are both double pulp. So good. Why? Like, fuck. I'm flustered because of how angry I am at the existence of pulp-free orange juice. It's just fucking water.
I like that.
How do you? It's probably been like frozen and like turned into a powder and like.
You think I give a shit?
It's got so much sugar, or you can just have orange juice that tastes and has the texture of actual orange juice.
I can't like eat oranges. It's too citrusy for me that I feel like my throat closes up. I think I have an allergy to high amounts of citrus.
Oh.
Possibly, but I could never eat oranges. It always made my throat close up a little bit. But anyway, no. But here's the thing, right? Double pulp still has a bunch of sugar in there, so your argument of it's probably got sugar. Bullshit.
No, not sugar. What I'm saying is, when you're eating double pulp, it feels like
eating double. The fact that you have to say eating,
Shut
you're
the
eating
fuck
it.
up.
That's disgusting.
When
I'm drinking juice, I don't want to eat
Shut-
my juice unless it's frozen.
Okay, when you are drinking your double pulp orange juice,
Mm-hmm.
it has the texture and the taste of what real orange juice should. Normal orange juice, well, not normal. Have you ever had orange juice, right? And you're drinking it,
Yes,
and
I've had
you're
orange
thinking,
juice.
this is the wateriest shit I have ever had. This is probably like 50% water.
I feel like that's determined on things like brand and also if you've got ice in the cup.
Double pulp is never like that. You can always trust double pulp.
Yes, but I fucking hate pulp. Okay, so I'm fine in the cups, but I'm fine, like, there's Nippies apparently. There's a Nippies one. They're all 110 mil. Can I order? Okay. It's
We
looking
can buy
like
online.
It's looking like
How
I
many?
can. So 96
Shit.
costs $34.
That is cheap.
But it's frozen orange juice. It is by Nippies though, not berry. So they're a different brand. But like, I'm gonna
do
try.
they come frozen? Because we would not.
No. They're
It's juice and
well, it says
everything.
frozen juice cups orange. I don't think they're going to deliver frozen. But even if they did, we could handle that. That's fine.
I could eat 96 frozen juice cups in like 2 days.
2 days. I'm going to keep this tab open as an actual like. I need to see if they have other flavors. We'll do this. We're not going to do this on the pod, but yeah. So guys, email us with your questions. We want to know, but also just tell us if you like pulp or not, and if you know juice cups. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I'm trying to find a segue into the ad read. Do you have a segue?
I'm not sure what the ad read is.
How do you like these chairs?
How do I like these chairs? Honestly, they're not the best.
These are my nan's chairs, you absolute bastard.
And
So
I would say that to her face.
You would say that to her face.
They're alright. They feel like they're trying to be rocking chairs, but they're not.
They're better than other chairs, but they're not the best chairs, I'll agree, but they're better than regular chairs.
They're decent chairs.
They're decent chairs.
I like the angle of my legs. They're not like flat, your legs go slightly up when
Yes,
you're sitting
exactly. And like it gives me the automatic lean back, which I like. But I can't bend one of my knees too much right now. It's an old injury's flared up. I don't know why. But it just randomly flared up after I started watching a bunch of parkour videos. My brain was like, don't do this. But Isaac, this is called decor. So you've heard of home decorating, right?
No, what's that?
For the purposes of this ad read, you have heard of home decorating.
I have heard of home decorating, yeah.
Well, this is home decor vaping. Ever wanted to turn your studio or apartment into a vape den? Well, now you can with better cones and gardens. Which is the pun I came up with for that one. So, like I said, this is my favorite ad read so far. Anyway, these expert vape niches can turn any quiet family home into a bodacious bud bonanza. You can even hire seedy dudes to sit on beanbags while smoking and playing video games all day to add to that aesthetic.
Why are you attacking me like this?
Because we need we have fans who we need to show that we are part. When you do an ad read, you need to show that you use the product, you use the service. I have a vape, and I'm the Vape Nation gang, the Better Cones and Gardens.
The Better Cones and Gardens team came to this very house and transformed it into a trap house.
My nan smokes that sticky bud now. So, but another question though, don't do drugs? No problem. They offer a wide variety of nicotine and THC-free juices with such flavors as new car smell, but it's the taste, my dad's mashed potato, third-party iPhone charger cord, and many more.
Ooh.
Some fantastic taste. And yes, that my dad's mashed potato is my dad's mashed potato. I don't do drugs, so I worked with the Better Cones and Gardens team to make a flavor. It's terrible.
Like your
my dad's mash, because I hate my dad's mash.
Mm-hmm.
He's never made it in years because he lives in another state. I don't visit him enough for him to make dinner. But when I used to make it as a kid, I hated it. But anyway, so head over to www.betterconesandgardens.com and enter promo code BITMOVIES to get your free quote today. That's BITMOVIES, www.betterconesandgardens.com, promo code BITMOVIES for your free quote today.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
What a great service.
Thank you. I thought of that one today, and I'm just very proud of the pun.
Yeah.
That's my favorite I've read so far because of that pun. Yep. So yeah. And speaking of cones, movie adjacent.
Movie adjacent.
Have you seen the show Outer Banks?
No.
I just want to have a quick rant because I just finished it. So what it's about these guys it's about these like poor kids who live on the Outer Banks, on the cut of this like, you know, swamp town, this like Banks boat town.
Lots of hand waving.
I use my hands a lot.
He can't decide how to describe the town, so
I'm just waving. I'm shooing you. I'm doing a shooing motion. Once we have a video podcast, you'll be able to see. So
a video podcast, but it's just our hands. We stick them through like boxes, and then you just see our hands, and while we talk, they move. That'd
actually be kind of funny. I can vibe that. We can test that out. But so it started like, you know, there are the pogues, which is a type of fish that is the lowest of the low, so they call themselves the pogues because nobody wants them. And there's the kooks, which is all the rich kids, and then there's like tourists. So they've got a bunch of 30-year-olds playing 16-year-olds as standard.
As you do.
There's a line in it where the main character goes, "Sir, I can't drink. I'm 16." And he's 27 in real life, and I feel like if he was he's like reading the script like, fuck me. But he's jacked, and it's like, no, yeah, cool, anyway. But so they're like, you know, they're chilling out, and they're like, yeah, we're cool, we smoke and drink and everything. And then the main guy's dad has disappeared for 9 months, and they find like a boat in the water, and they go down and investigate, and they find a compass, and at least this like treasure hunt about this sunken ship with a bunch of treasure on it. It starts off so good. It starts off really well, like this awesome adventure. There's no like, there's a bit of, they're teenagers, there's no like stupid teen romance and everything like that. It starts off so well. And it's actually really fun. And it gets halfway through, and the entire tone of the show changes. Like, they're doing like investigating, they're getting shot by people and everything. They're like, because there's like a whole mystery. Everyone's trying to find this treasure and stuff like that. And then they are like on the hunt for it. And then halfway through, it totally just changes to like a love story kind of thing where they're like they're 16 and then they found each other and she's rich and he's poor and they're like, she's really cool and it's like, it's fine, but then they're like, there's literally a line at one point that were like, I'd rather die than be away from you. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Like overall, majority of it I would say is a really good show.
So first half good,
and then but it's not even like the second half is bad. The tone just changes so much from this awesome like, you know, adventure kind of like, let's find this kind of like dark, mysterious show, because there's cops involved, but they're like this a bit shady there. They just chuck all of it out like halfway through, and they just go into like teen drama of like, oh, she cheated on him, and there's a bit of drama there, and I like.
And you just want the cool like mystery part.
And that's the thing. I would be fine with it if they stuck with that the whole way through, but it started off for half of it. Cool mystery.
I had a similar experience. So a couple of years ago, I heard so much about Lost. And I was like, oh, and I knew nothing about Lost. So I'm like, I got Netflix and I'm like, oh, what's on here? Oh, Lost is on here. I should watch
Netflix.
Huh?
Is Lost on Netflix?
It was.
I don't
know. Anyway, so I'm getting into Lost. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna watch Lost. I'm so ready. And I watched the first episode and I'm like, oh, how are they gonna survive on this island? I wanna know. And then that's not what the show is about. The show is about wanky twists.
And J.J. Abrams.
And J.J. Abrams just like masturbating in the writer's room and just coming up with random shit that means
He's
nothing.
like, here's a plot point we won't resolve. Ugh.
Yeah, Lost bad.
Lost.
And I was so ready to see how these random group of strangers will work together to survive on this deserted island, and then that is not what the show is about.
Do you want to better a show that's just like Lost but better?
Lost but better?
I need to double check the exact one, but it's either Flight 27 Down or Flight 47 Down or something. So it's got Corbin Bleu, High School Musical fame, Corbin Bleu. It's literally Lost but for kids. It was on Nickelodeon, and it's literally these kids, their plane goes down on this island, and they have to survive, and it's so much better because there aren't like wanky twists like that.
The plot
it resolves, and they're like, and they're kids, and they actually do it so well, and they have drama, but it's not like, oh, here's a smoke monster. It's...
Oh no, there's a polar bear. We'll
There
never
was a polar
explain
bear?
this.
I've never seen it, and that's the thing. I've heard so much bad crap about it that I
Lost
never...
is bad. If you're out there and you haven't seen Lost, don't.
Don't see Lost. Wait, he was in Mystery Men?
The only benefit to seeing Lost is you can complain with other people who have seen Lost about how bad Lost is. Because Lost is an abusive relationship. You're watching it, and you want it to explain the plot points, but instead it just introduces more plot points, and it'll occasionally explain one or two, which keeps you invested, because you're like, hopefully it'll explain them all. And then by the time it ends, it just doesn't explain any of them.
It just doesn't do anything. Apparently Corbin Bleu was in a movie called The Secret of the Magic Gourd. And I'm a gourd for cord. Here's the premise. A boy learns the meaning of work after a magic gourd grants him anything he wants. I had to reread that because I thought I misread a boy learns the meaning of work. Not like the meaning of love or the meaning of friendship. The meaning of work. The meaning of capitalism. The meaning of...
Boy, I will show you how labor works.
Exactly. This magic gourd's like, I'll give you anything you want and you're going to hate it. See, if that was me, I'd be like, nah, cool. I'll be like, yeah, let's cure world hunger. Let's stop wars. And he'd be like, what? And I'd be like, yeah, cool. There we go. And I would save the world. Flight 29 down. The Hotel Tango? Oh no, that was a TV movie apparently. But it was 30 episodes. His character was called Nathan. The story of 7 kids lost on a desert island in the Pacific Ocean. And it was genuinely really damn good.
So kind of like that one book with the kids on the island.
You mean I was going to say Lost Boys. That's a different movie. You mean I was in the play.
Know it. You know.
Why do I? Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies.
Want to know why I got that? Because instead of thinking Lord of the Flies, I thought of the restaurant Lord of the Fries.
Okay, you're right to say Lord of the Fries. They live up to their name.
Apparently,
their fries.
I've never had them. I want to.
Incredible.
Let's go get some Lord of the Fries.
And their vegan chicken strips. Also incredible.
I've heard only good things.
Lord of the
Never
Fries.
had the fries.
Good.
There's a lot of the fries outside event cinemas. I always walk past it whenever I go there and like do premieres and stuff. And there's a bread top, and I always choose bread top over Lord of the Fries, which I'll do any day. But I will go. Let's go to Lord of the Fries one day.
We're coming up with a list of things we need to eat together now. We gotta have fruit cups.
Fruit cups?
We gotta have Lord of the Fries.
Hold on, let me write this down.
A list of foods to eat.
A list of foods to eat, but we're gonna do the fruit cups on the podcast.
Talking about lists of things, I do believe you have a list of band
okay.
that you would like to read.
Hold on, let me. Oh shit, okay, it wasn't the porn link. It was Spotify. Never mind, we're good. It was a song from Spotify I sent to my friend called Bros, which was about it's like about best friends, and it's like you know me like nobody else. And I sent it to my best friend.
It just occurred to me, bros, but it's spelled like prose, and it's poetry for your bros. It's bros.
We need to write that down.
That is a good idea.
Write that one down. Write that on your phone, because you did that one. Food to eat, fruit cups. And Lord of the Fries.
Important things. Anyway, band names.
So as we promised, we got 5 band names per episode. So I would have gotten up to Streamlined Baby last time.
Streamlined Baby, a good name, a speedy baby.
A speedy baby. Now we've got Slow Roasted Beef Cheeks, which was also my nickname in high school. Side Launch. I thought you would like that.
Side launch.
Side launch. I thought that would be something you would vibe with.
Side launch, good.
Yeah.
It's so... You don't know what it means.
Yeah, exactly.
What does side launch mean?
What does side launch mean? That's my favorite kind of band name, where it's like...
Foo Fighters.
What?
Who are the Foo?
And why are they fighting?
Why are they fighting?
I'm trying to think what else. Like, Winston Surfshirt. My old neighbor is the bassist, and fuck does that mean? What's a Winston Surfshirt? Anyway, then we got Bad Beaches, not bitches, beaches.
Bad Beaches.
Bad Beaches.
Good.
Ancient Vagina.
Ancient
Vagina. Still a good vagina, just a bit old. Mobile Dry Shaving Service.
Oh, that's good. That would be like a Devo type band where they're like making fun of like consumerism, and they're like, we are.
Yeah. Now that was 5, but I said it like there was one more. I said Mobile Dry Shaving Service, like with an inflection. Like
We've got to have another. This
I'm
is
going to
a
give
bonus band.
There's a bonus 2 technically, because there's a bit of thingy. So we got Hobo Spit.
Hobo Spit.
And we got Elitist Slut, But I've always said also, if Alita Slut wasn't a band, Alita Slut would be an album name from Hobo Spit. It would be Alita Slut by Hobo Spit.
Yeah. Or like Hobo Spit / Alita Slut.
Well,
like a two-sided thing.
Oh, okay.
They're both like 2 words.
Well, because I got song names and band album names.
So many.
Well, no, because it's a lot shorter than the band names.
You need to now start tying the band names to the albums. And
I have done
to the songs.
I've sort of done for some. Like I know in my head. I know
You'll have like a whole mythos of not real bands and not real albums
until
and songs.
we make them real.
We'll be all the bands.
We'll be all the bands. Should I slam out these song names and album names because they're short? It's a lot shorter.
I love some song names.
Yeah, we got some. We can finish. Let's finish it off with a couple song names and a couple album names. Let's actually start with the albums.
Yeah.
So we've got A Week to Shit because I feel like a good insult is like I hope it takes you a week to shit. Like I hope you get constipated.
That would be long. Do you know the world's longest shit was something like 20 meters long or something?
Good. Them. Gender neutral. Good for them. And then also a band album name. I Want to Be Ignorant Again.
I Want to Be Ignorant Again. Good. Or as a song.
Yeah, as a
26
song,
feet long.
26 feet. I was going to say 20 meters is 26 feet. How long is that in meters?
That's
Americans comment in the.
That's like nearly 10 meters.
Nearly 10 meters. God damn. Yeah, no, that is nearly 10 meters.
Photos of it exist.
Photos of it exist.
I do.
Everyone, you heard it here. Photos of this 26-foot long shit exist.
They might.
Then we got for another album name, Turn Up the Smell Juice, which was by Smell Juice. Smell Juice is just what we were calling farts, and when you turn up the smell juice, it just gets real bad. We got The Gay Angle.
The Gay Angle,
which could be for any band because all my bands are queer as fuck. Caramel Dick on the Floor. Now that is because I was going to the mall outside a cinema, no name cinema. There is a parking lot out there, and there was a bit of like caramel sauce from like a sundae that looked like a penis. I think I told you that the other week.
Caramel Dick.
Caramel Dick on the Floor. I have a photo of it, so that'll be the album cover. How to Cook Turtle Penis.
How to Cook Turtle Penis?
I really love albums that have weird names like How to Cook or How to Do This. Like it's instructions.
I feel like Total Penis could also be a band name.
Total Penis or Total? Because it's Turtle.
Oh, Turtle.
Yeah, How to Cook Turtle Penis.
I thought it was How to Cook Total Penis.
But Total Penis could also be a good band name. I'm going to write that down. We got The Dump Truck of Emotion.
Yeah.
It's dark. Is just it. One of my favorites is That the Police? ?
Is That the Police?
Is That the Police is the album name. The Most Terrifying Piss of My Life. Coffee Grounds in My Arsehole. A Random Friday in July, which could also be a song name. I feel like A Random Friday in July.
Coffee Grounds in My Arsehole has similar vibes to Mushrooms in My Arse.
Ooh.
Which is the A side of Macaulay Culkin's Brain.
Exactly.
Which was our last week's outro music.
Last week's outro music. And saying so, if you do want to if you're a small band, if you're like a local band and you want to get your stuff out there, I mean, we're not going to get out of there because we're such a small podcast, but if you want to put your song as
if you are listening to this podcast and you have some music that you or friends have made and you want us to play it, please, we just want to play some random shit at the end of our podcast.
Shoot us an email.
It doesn't have to be good. If you're out there and you've considered making music, but you don't know how to play any instruments, if you bang some pots and pans together, record them, and call it a song, I will put it at the end of the podcast.
You will. I'm not editing.
I will personally do it.
Isaac
I will go out of my way and edit the podcast for once.
Isaac will do this personally.
Just for you. Please, make some shitty music.
Yeah,
I want some shitty music.
All good music. Either or.
Good works as well.
Good works as well. So send us your music, bitmoviespodcast@gmail.com. Hit us an email. We'll sort out how to get the song off you. Probably through a drive file or something. But we would love to share your music, give us your deets, and we'll check you in the end. But then we got, a Random Friday in July I feel could be like a nice little, like an autumn kind of like soft song. Mildly Upset, Mostly Amused. The Devil Owns Your Bath Mat. Roast Weird Dad. And Inconvenient Timing. The fun album names. Now, song names, we got Red Faced Tomato Looking Ass Bitch. South Coast Road Ham. State of the Smash. Now that's a fun one. So my friend, he was his girlfriend. We were all hanging out, and he was trying to figure out if he was staying at his girlfriend's that night. So he said, "What is the state of the smash? As in, are we having sex tonight? So am I staying over?" So Nick, if you're listening, that was you. State of the smash.
He uses last name as well, so that anyone can find him.
Yes, I mean we've got anyone can find my full name anywhere. Fine, I can edit that out. I can edit that out.
Okay, if it has been edited, he said the full name of the person who said the state of the smash.
Nick, fine, it's just Nick.
It's just Nick.
I love how we've said our workplace several times.
We don't want to dox someone randomly. I'd rather avoid that.
I mean, I think Nick would be the one person who would probably be fun with getting doxed. But okay, I'll edit that out. Fuck, that means I actually have to go through and cut bits.
You gotta edit it
instead of just chucking it straight in there.
To be honest, this podcast probably will need something doing with the levels because we have gotten very angry at points and yelled.
Yeah,
and I feel like it doesn't need to be that loud.
I did reduce the volume last episode when I went into the settings, so I made you do that overall. But I have been looking into apparently there's a service which auto levels shit for you. But anyway, hopefully next time we're not in an echoey room like this. But then state of smash, vape near his taint.
Vape near his taint.
Yeah, beer in a whiskey glass, which I thought you would like. Hashtag fuck Glebe, because you know what, fuck Glebe. Fuck Glebe.
Fuck Glebe? Why not?
Glebe. Glebe is a suburb in Sydney, for those who don't know. Vape with my arsehole.
Vape.
Like a turtle.
Ooh. Yeah, I feel like these could be a two-parter, vape.
You know, it's that'll be part of the... If we make the mythos, I'll make the mythos. Merry Vagismus, have a dick to suck. So that was, we're talking about something about Christmas. And I said Vagismus for some reason. Merry Vagismus, have a dick to suck. Immigrant, give me cake. A bit racist, but I feel like the song would be about a racist person asking an immigrant to give them cake, and then the immigrant...
How is mentioning an immigrant racist?
No, because if you call them immigrant, give me cake,
I guess, yeah.
Like if you're a racist person saying immigrant, give me cake in a very aggressive way. Because also if somebody's like, if I was an immigrant, someone's like immigrant, I feel like
you're gonna be an immigrant in a couple of years.
I'm gonna be,
and I'm gonna call you immigrant.
Less than a year, hopefully.
And I'm gonna ask you to get me some fucking cake.
That's valid. I'll write something about you. And then we got dining and dashing with a shark head. That's when you go to a restaurant, you eat food, you leave without paying, but you also have a shark head with you. Skype wizard meeting while cleaning my room. It's when all the Skype wizards hang out. I didn't know that we had a cop in Tamworth, which I one of my favorite song names. I have an Opal card in my pocket and it's very uncomfortable, which is a true story. I once had an Opal card in my pocket without my wallet. Very uncomfortable. Opal cards are for those... We do have international listeners. For those who don't know, it's what we use to get on the bus. It's like a little card.
You just tap it. It's pretty cool.
And then we've got saggy boobs and grey pubes, which rhymes, which I love. Sister Jude puss, which is about a nun's pussy. I've had 3 hours of sleep and a nap. Give me a chance, which is a mood. Aerial port in the wall. TV empty. Pizza pockets in his butt.
Talking about pizza pockets, you left some pizza pockets at work.
Yeah, those have been there for a while.
They've been there for a while.
I'm going to get rid of them tonight. Handful of sauerkraut, which I like, and dipping your dick in coconut yogurt.
Dipping your dick in coconut yogurt,
yeah. Indeed. And see you later, boys.
So we will see you all in 2 weeks.
See you later.
This is a bi and a weekly podcast.
A bi and a
we're weekly and we're bi. Except we're not weekly, we're bi-weekly.
We're bi-weekly, so see you later, boy.